Hi there, I'm Drew Badger, the world's #1 English fluency guide, and in this video we're going to be talking about the #1 grammar mistake that English language learners make. I get so many questions from learners that have problems with being able to understand grammar, or more importantly, even if they do understand how grammar works, they can't use it automatically and fluently when they speak. So I wanted to begin this video before talking about the actual mistake people make, more talking about why you actually have this problem. Typically, people will be not having the ability to use grammar automatically because they have learned it in a way that's taught them grammar rules but hasn't taught them how to actually use the grammar without speaking. Now, people are learning the language like a robot or a computer in most traditional language classes. They get a list of grammar rules, and often even in the videos that you'll see right here on YouTube with people are teaching grammar, they're doing it the traditional way. They give you a list of things written on a whiteboard, and they explain it's this tense, and then if we want to talk about the past, then you change it, and it basically goes on to explain things that you understand logically, but because you haven't trained yourself to use these things automatically, that's really what stops you from being able to get fluent. Now, this isn't your fault because this is the way that native speakers have taught non-native speakers for many, many years, or even people that are non-native speakers that are also trying to help other non-native speakers learn the language have been teaching it. It's just the traditional, typical way, and this is what we're fighting against with English Anyone and trying to help people see that you should be learning things visually and then understanding things and practicing them much more so that you can actually use them confidently and correctly automatically when you speak. So the #1 mistake people make is not with a particular grammar point, it's more about the learning of grammar in general. You may have been learning this way ever since you began learning the English language or any other language you're studying, but it's now your opportunity to change the way you learn so you can start training yourself to speak. Because what you really need to do if you want to use correct grammar automatically is to practice using grammar and to learn it the right way. The first thing you need to do to become a master of grammar so that you can use it automatically is to learn it visually. You don't want to learn things where you're just reading it in a textbook and getting a translation of what your verb is to what a verb is in English. This is another one of the really big problems that people make, and this is why maybe if you do hesitate when you speak, this is one of the big reasons why this happens. As an example, if I'm trying to learn Spanish, I don't actually see somebody running or drinking or whatever and then learn the Spanish word for those things. I'm just reading in a dictionary. Maybe I see the word like, I don't know, beber for drink. If that means drink, I don't remember. I took like a little bit of Spanish and failed it in school anyway. But this idea of just having something in a textbook where you have to drink and then you have the opposite thing, the translation of that next to it. And then you're just supposed to remember what those things are. Now, some people are able to do this, but I was not, and I know a lot of the people that follow me here watching these videos have trouble understanding it in that way as well. So what you have to do, #1, is learn everything in English, and the way you do that is doing it visually, especially with verbs. And this is why we have all these little video clips in these videos, and I try to demonstrate things visually as opposed to just writing things up on a blackboard. It's important to see what things look like, to have the spelling, something like that. But really the most important thing is connecting the meaning of something that you're learning with the word that you're trying to remember. So not trying to translate from your language into English, but by taking a word where you're seeing somebody running and then you see, okay, the word is to run for that. So the first step to grammar mastery is to learn everything visually through English. The second step is, once you've mastered the grammar itself, to understand and practice using it by telling it in different ways. As an example, I could just maybe, if I'm speaking in a very simple way, talk about yesterday I went to a party, or tomorrow I will go to a party. So I'm taking something and I'm just making different sentences in my mind by practicing something. And again, I'm connecting the meaning of something, not with a particular verb tense, but in the same way children would learn it. It's almost like, if we look at the verb to eat. So if a child is listening to a verb like that, and I hear as a young child, someone says, I eat dinner, and I'm watching them, they are eating right now. Okay, I understand what that means, I eat. But if I hear I ate dinner yesterday, I'm actually hearing these as two different words. It's not until we get a little bit older that we connect, these are different tenses of the same thing. So we're actually really getting to the meaning of something. Just this word ate means to do something in the past tense. But then maybe it's a little bit easier to see when you have a regular verb, but something irregular like to eat, when it becomes ate something, it becomes a little bit more difficult to understand. But again, this is why you should be connecting with the meaning directly. So the first time you're connecting with the meaning directly is seeing something visually, and the second time is you're connecting with the tense by hearing that thing and understanding what the meaning of that is. So if you understand the time period, okay, yesterday my friend did something. So we're not talking about right now, we're talking about a period in the past. Instead of he does something now or he will do something in the future, he did something in the past. Now, these are both of the steps that we do in Master English Conversation, but however you like to learn, keep these two things in mind, and that will help you improve your English grammar and use it and really become a much more competent user of correct grammar automatically. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this quick video. Really, it's a very simple process for mastering grammar once you stop doing it the traditional way. So if you're trying to learn something like you're a Spanish speaker and trying to learn English through Spanish or Portuguese or any other language, Chinese, French, Italian, you have to remove all of those other languages and connect exactly with the English language through visual exercises. So something where you actually get to see what's happening and learning in the same way a child does. And then listening to stories which explain, okay, we have a particular tense and we're trying to show you exactly how something works. But we're, again, connecting with the meaning of that as opposed to trying to drill tenses and remember grammar points. All of these things are really simple and will help you improve, but you have to actually practice these things. So just take a few things, maybe a few sentences, and then play with that. So learn it as a visual thing and then try practicing. Okay, if I did that thing yesterday, how would the sentence sound? So yesterday, I listened to music. Today, I am listening, or right now, I am listening to music. If you have enjoyed this video, do click that like button, become a subscriber to the YouTube channel, and do share this video with other people who also struggle to use grammar correctly. It's really not difficult to become a master of grammar, but you have to stop learning it the traditional way. Finally, if you do want to improve your grammar, we can help you do exactly that at EnglishAnyone.com with the free quiz that you can take by clicking on the link in this video or on the link in the description below this video. It will tell you exactly what you need to focus on, whether it's grammar or your pronunciation or anything else, and we can help you improve your confidence in speaking fluency as a result of that. So you can get started doing that today absolutely free, and I look forward to seeing you at EnglishAnyone.com. Bye-bye.